And Johnny Quest here. Yeah, folks, I'm right here in Lake Texoma. Now, Rob's going to be here a little bit later. He had some business to tend to, so he's going to be here a little bit later. But meanwhile, Johnny Quest is going to go ahead and just hit a bit of the shoreline over here. Man, it is cold. It's a frog's booty. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. All right, and thank you very much, everybody, for subscribing and supporting my channel. I really appreciate that greatly. All right, but enjoy the video. Hope you I'm able to make some catches, and let's see how it goes. Rob had a little bit of a hard time last time out here, so but I'm thinking that the weather is changing a little bit. I did see some topwater action, believe it or not, out here on the edge, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try with that. So anyway, enjoy the video. Johnny Quest on the move. And it's Johnny Quest, and I'm hiking it out to a spot where I saw some top water activity over here by these markers, and I try to keep the rods up high here so I can record my little walkover. I could have parked over here, as you can see some people do, but I want to leave the car over there. That truck over there in the handicap zone for a minute. I'm probably going to go back to it in a minute anyway and drive it over here, and I think it'll be a better idea. There's actually nobody here right now, so but actually I wanted to give this a shot really early in the morning because I'm going to try something new today. Yes, I'm always trying something new, and you got to do that when you're fishing. You always got to try new stuff, you know. Don't just be redundant with the same stuff. Always change out, change constantly. Change because the environment changes. I mean, literally, it's got to be pretty close to the 20 degrees. I know because my fingers get numb when it's like in the 20s. It feels like in the high 30s, close to the 40s, your finger won't freeze so much. But being so close to the temperature that it is, oh yeah, I could definitely tell you that. Whew. Now, one good thing about Lake Texoma that I learned is that they have a lot of smallmouth here. Oh yeah, and that is a big plus for me because I've been wanting to catch some smallmouth for a while. And I'm going to try something that I hadn't tried yet. Let me tighten up my hat here a little bit. And one thing that I want to try, folks, well, first is to warm up my hands. And that is a lure that I actually made myself. And you're gonna have to excuse me a little bit because I have to untangle the lure off of something else because I got really sharp hooks on it, and I'm gonna be using it in this great environment here to catch a bass. Now, mind you, I am trying to focus and see if I can catch a smallmouth. I really want to. And here it is, folks. I painted it all myself and everything. It's a plastic lure. I glued everything together from pieces of other stuff, and I put it all together. And yes, I used nail polish to give these colors because guess what? I didn't have any airbrushing or anything like that. So this is just a custom, this is just a custom lure that I made, and I named it after my wife. I'm calling it the Susie Crank. The Susie Crank. S-U-S-Y Crank. So let's see, I don't know, like I said, I saw some activity up here. I think that I might be able to catch something. So let's get that a shot and see what happens with the Susie Crank. Oh, I hear vehicles coming up. Okay, so let's see if I can catch something. Oh shoot, on the Suzy crank. You gotta be careful here. This is a place where you can slip easily. Not too far, but it's okay. Here trying to catch something. Thank goodness. Oh! What was that about? Let's try and get him in. I'm really praying to get hit by something. I saw movement out here in the water earlier, so I know that there's fish moving in the water. And oh my God, it's cold out here. I'm gonna tell you how cold it is out here. Just so you hear serious. Temperature.
It's 28 degrees outside.
That's how cold it is out here. I told you, I knew it was in the 20s because my fingers freeze in the 20s. I'm gonna go get the truck and drive it closer over here. And Johnny Quest here. Holy cow, you know, the cold weather, man, it kills your battery. I'm looking to buy a battery pack that helps. That's why I'm trying to keep the battery off, you know, for a bit in some instances, because I don't want to waste all the battery and no fish being caught. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss out here. Guys, you see all this? This is erosion, what you're seeing there. And that's from the water, actually. So the water levels actually come this high. And I can see a lot of the, you know, the life that sits on these rocks that has died out because the water has gone down and no more water. And I see that there's a hard line right there for the buoy. And a lot of times the fish will come to these structures here when the water's this high. So this is what I think is, if I fish this area in front of me, the fish usually hang out over here, because they hang out over here to ambush, you know, the bayfish. There's really no bayfish out because, well, guess what? They're pretty much, most of the shad and all that die with all this cold, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna throw out here in this area. I did see some splashing up on the top water, which is weird. Why would the fish be this? I mean, it was 28 degrees as you heard, so why would they be up here? But they are. They come up here and they'll feed because they think that this is exactly their habit. This is how they come and feed. Now I'm hoping that what I am going to catch is a smallmouth. Man, I am praying for a smallmouth, because, and Lord willing, I'm going to be able to catch a smallmouth for you guys and show you on video. So I'm hoping to catch a smallmouth. I'm already down 2 notches on my battery. Alright folks, I've been here all morning in Lake Texoma, and it's been a dud so far. Nothing. But I did want to show you something interesting here. This is how cold it was this morning, that the ice is still there. Look at that. That's ice, by the way. That's frozen water on that tree, and it's still there. It's really not that cold. It's about 40 something degrees now, but this morning it was in the 20s when I got here, and it's still frozen. And there's a few others around with the same. Interesting, huh? Anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. Johnny Quest on the move, still trying to catch a fish out here in Lake Texoma. And Rob, oh boy, Rob got caught up in business, and he hasn't been able to resolve yet and come over. Hopefully he'll be able to do that soon and at least get a few hours into fish. He's actually upset about that. Anyway, Johnny Quest, frozen moment. On the move. So Johnny Quest here, and I am going to try and fish here. It says that there's stripers here. I just saw a little bit of commotion on top of the water. I'm going to shoot from behind the shadow here if I can. I'm going to try a Strike King spinnerbait, which I painted a little bit of chartreuse on the bottom and a little bit of chartreuse on the blade. And as you can see, this is erosion, which means, by the way, that the water level usually goes up there and I'm down here. So hopefully the water isn't going to come up anytime soon. I don't think it does. I don't think they'll do such a thing quickly. If they do, I'm gonna be literally stuck down here and I guess float on the way up. Like I said, I did see some activity out there. I'm gonna throw the spinner bait and see what I can grab. I might not grab a striper, but maybe I will. Definitely this is a marker on Navy Onyx, so I'm gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna try this this crankbait. I'm gonna try to bring it in really, really slow. I don't want to lose it. It's a really nice crankbait, but I'm gonna bring it in really, really slow and see if I catch anything. They say there's stripers here, so I don't know. I think this is good. And off it went. Wow, man, that was far. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reel it in soft. Ooh, that's a deep diver. I really gotta go slow with this guy because he'll go super, super deep. So I gotta trying to keep him semi-suspended. The water's really darn clear, you know. Alright folks, I'm gonna try and see if I could get him. I got a really good bite. There's lots of rocks here. He literally threw me into a rock and I lost him there. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I could see him from here, folks. He's not that big, but I'm going to pitch him the Christie crawl. I don't know any fish that can resist this guy. Oh yeah, look, they're here eating there. Oh yeah. And I thought about throwing here. I'll tell you why. I see these tubes and pipes that pour water out or something, some kind of drainage system. Well, I know they got to come over here for that. I'm just going to reel in the Christie. I'm not even going to do nothing special. I'm reeling it in and in hopes that they're just going to hit it. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to get them on a surprise hit. I think if I swim the Christie flaps a lot, so I think that if I give them a little surprise with the Christie, you know, that that's definitely going to get them to bite it. And the Christie has such a finesse way of swimming. I really like this bait a lot. I've caught so many big bass on it, you know, and it's just very well worth trying to catch this fish. I can't really determine if it was a sand bass, a largemouth, or a smallmouth. I really can't tell. Oh my God. And there was the hit again. Now, he didn't commit to it this time. I'm trying to slow down a little bit to see if he'll bang it a second time, but he didn't. So anyway, last time I walked way out there past the buoy, and I'm coming back down this way now, and I'm gonna go to the deep end. And all I'm gonna do, honestly, folks, I'm gonna crank, and I got some large swim baits. This is really deep over here by the columns, so I'm gonna walk over by these columns. This is my last resort. Man, you would think that with such a great spot like this, and as good as everything looks here, that you know that you're gonna be doing real good. I only brought one rod with my Cast King Speed Demon P-line, 15 pound, and I got crankbaits and some large swim baits. I got a deep diving crankbait also. I don't remember who makes this. I think Lucky Strike makes this one, if I'm not mistaken. And the other big one that I have in there that is even deeper diver than this one is Rapala, and it's kind of like a crawfish type crankbait. Really intense look on it. I think maybe if I can't do it with this green machine over here, I'm gonna go on the deep end with Rapala, and I got some really huge swim baits, bluegill looking swim baits. I don't know, I want a big fish. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with a bang. And I'm pretty lightweight right now, so I can walk over these rocks very easily, as opposed to earlier. Oh my god, I didn't tell you guys, but earlier I literally fell because of all these rocks and being imbalanced with the weight of the bag that I have. And I lost my balance and literally whacked my back against these rocks. And that doesn't mean shit though. Excuse me. Doesn't mean anything though. It just means that, you know, it's just another thing. I just brought this little box here. And I'm going to try to do some fishing right off of the edge over here. Throw it to the columns. It's really deep. I know, I mean, massively deep right here in front of me. I was doing some reading, and they say that they dig these ditches here for the whole dam thing and all that, and that supposedly they go as deep as 600 feet. I don't know if that's a fact. You guys can look it up more and let me know in the video. I would like to really know the truth behind that. Sorry about that, folks. Johnny Quest here. I was saying that the gauge over there says 600 and 621, 623, 624. Are those feet? That, folks, that might be 12 inches between each one of those, which means that there is like 600 feet here. Unless, of course, that's something less. Maybe they're in inches. And 600 inches isn't that deep, is it? I don't know, let's see. If we were converting and say I see, okay, the very clearest one is 621 over there. So, if you go over here and you take 621 and you divide that by 12 inches a foot, that's only 51 feet. So it's still pretty darn deep, if that's a fact. If that's in inches. But everybody talks about the smallmouth and how wonderful the smallmouth fishing is. Actually, it is rated excellent here. So, when the water is really, really cold, what does the smallmouth do as opposed to the largemouth? Good question, huh? But let's see. I think I'm going to throw a little bit to my left over there now. I'm going to move to this rock over here. I'm going to cast over there towards the sun. And, oh my God. And folks, I don't know if you can see that. Do you guys see that fish in the water? There's actually a fish in the water. Let me see if I can walk over there and capture him. Oh my God. I don't know what kind of fish it is, but he is slowly swimming the shoreline. And I don't even know if you guys could see him. What is that? Is that a bass? If that is a bass, it is a very small bass. I am about to swim a fish by him, and he might just go hit it. Oh, there he goes. He went after it. Okay. He's going to go after it. Let me throw it a little bit over there. Oh my God. You guys see him right here in front of me? I don't know what he is. Weird. Is that the... What is he? I don't know what he is, but he is something, and he's definitely here. And Johnny Quest here. Folks, I couldn't really fish on the Lake Texoma side over there, so I found this little spillway over here on the side bridge here. Part of Lake Texoma as well. But it's very narrow down there. It looks kind of like a spill. And I don't know if you can really fish here. I see some cars pulled over. So I said, you know what? They can pull over, I can pull over here too. This is part of Lake Texoma as well. Why not give it a shot? Tried everywhere else. Got absolutely zero going through here. So the chances of catching something here might be good. Wow, this is really nice down here. I don't know how dangerous it really is. I have to be careful. Never been down here before. But check it out. And I guess it's kind of like a little river way here where the water flows and in some places I guess stops. So let's see. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on, I know you guys got to be here. There's got to be somebody here. Anybody home? Anybody home? Come on. Johnny Quest here, and there you have it, folks. I fished Lake Texoma back home right now, and as you saw, nothing turned out from that fishing trip. The water was really cold. The temperature was really cold. It was really difficult to fish out there. I can see why Rob didn't have a moment to be able to fish there. It was really cold water too. That water was at least 30-something degrees easy way. Outside temperature started off in the 20s. You heard it on my video there on series, as she told me the temperature, and it was really cold. It was really hard, you know. And you encounter that in the wintertime, especially from the shoreline. Is really hard. You can't get really into the deepest parts out there, and that was really weird. And by the way, that fish, was able to identify it, especially because it had the weird lumps in the back. That was actually a koi. Imagine that. Rob films a goldfish, and I actually caught a koi in the water. At first I thought it was some kind of a carp, but when I actually analyzed the image correctly and I saw the lumps in the back and everything, definitely identified as a koi. So that was pretty weird. I don't know how they got there, goldfish or koi in the water. I have seen goldfish in waters in Texas, but never a koi. That's the first time I actually see that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the video, and don't forget, most important, share with friends and family. For the moment, Johnny Quest out.